Yo, hello everyone, welcome to a new live stream. Welcome, nice to see all of you guys. Sorry for being late as well today. It's a little bit busy week. Hello. So, a lot of things going on in my life, so I have to, of course, take care of it. And yesterday, as you can see, of course, I was not able to be there for updates. And here we go. Here I am back. Just one day, guys, where you put all your things all together and, you make like a peace of mind. And here we go. I am back, guys. Kobi, hello. Shafi and Ahmed and Dudi. Hello, guys. Paul, nice to see you. The bearded chemist, Felix and Shailish Lizini. Thank you for being all here, guys. I'm very glad also that we are currently, of course, be able to be live again with you and to move on. So let me see what are the special requests and then we move, of course, with our analysis. Special request from Kabi is RGTI. And here we go, RGTI. Okay, RGTI. Shafi, hi, thanks for another live stream. Everyone hit the likes and share the stream. Of course, guys, don't forget it. Thank you very much for your support always. I think someone else in the Discord requested AMD today. Yes, and uploaded on Discord, but we can see it on the live stream for everyone as well. So here we go. If already noted, you could please have a look at ANET. Okay, ANET. Ahmed, how can I join your Discord? Through Patreon, buddy, or through a YouTube membership? If YouTube membership, you can simply send me an email. You can find the email, of course, in the info of the channel, and welcome in our Discord community. Dudi and also Tesla. Yes, Tesla is already in the main list, so it is there, of course, with pleasure. Paul, hi KG, how you doing, buddy? Can you please take a look at Novop? Yes, definitely. Here we go. The bearded chemist. Hey, good morning, pal. Could we look at APLD? APLD. Here we go. And also thank for the spot. TA in Discord. The play worked out beautifully. Yes, good to hear. For Spotify. Yeah, good to hear, buddy. Nice. Felix, hello. What is the difference from Paul? What is the difference between the YouTube membership and the Patreon Silver membership? Yes, good question. I'm thinking of becoming a member. Yes, you will see the difference was price. And the YouTube price is, of course, higher. And that because, of course, the YouTube takes 30% of the memberships. Which is almost like if we do the same as Patreon, it becomes almost nothing. So therefore, yes, YouTube membership is higher, guys, in price. Patreon is better, of course, for you. But of course, there are some people they don't have access to Patreon. I think it is kind of like forbidden in some countries where of course YouTube membership is still open for them. So therefore, yeah, I have to keep it for the YouTube membership in this case. Yeah. But of course you decide whatever it is good for you guys. Shailesh, KG, good morning. We missed you yesterday. Please, can you take a look at AI? Is it just AI, just like that? Okay, we're gonna see this Shailesh. Lizini, DAX. Yes, we're gonna do DAX as well. Tori, hi KG, how are you today? I'm fine, buddy. Thank you very much. Can I request WTI crude oil? Yes, definitely. I hope you are doing well too, buddy. You're very welcome. SOFI, okay. Many requests today. Very nice. This is the last one. And you're very welcome. Incredible Jackman. Right. Okay, guys, let's move on then and start with the analysis since we have a lot of special requests. And of course, we're going to do it with pleasure. And let's start with Nasdaq. So with Nasdaq, finally, we see, of course, a wave 4 potentially finished here, right? So we were looking for this wave 4 in an impulse. Let me explain. 1, 2, wave 3, right? Internally 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 3, wave 4, and a 5. So this is your wave 3 in the blue scenario. Currently, you're looking at the wave 4 in the blue scenario. 1, 2, 3, and A, B, and a C expanding flat, because this is 3 waves towards the upside, 3 waves down, 3 waves up. Impulse, obviously, to finish wave 4, moving for higher for the final wave 5. As expected, of course, we're still expecting a wave 5 to top here for Nasdaq for all the wave 5s. Okay, and by the way, this is an impulse here unfolding potentially, so we gotta keep the things much more safer. Let's start with, of course, the impulse. In case we are impulsive here, you are looking at a wave 5 over 1. Okay, so which it might be a little bit high even back here as it was. Okay, so here we go, wave 5. Now, to mention, guys, why I'm not so much convinced, and you have to be very cautious, because the wave 5 here as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, okay, might be because this is a leading diagonal as a wave 1, guys, just to mention, yeah, because the wave 2, wave 3, wave 4 interfering, just if you are asking, but this is a, yeah, this is a leading diagonal, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, 4, no intersection, no invalidation. And we see impulse internally, we're going to see it on the micro, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. What I would like to mention here is to be careful with this wave 5, because I have a very big doubt that it's going to reach the blue box this time. Okay, I have a big doubt. Why? Because first, your wave 1 is longer than the wave 3. When you have extended wave 1 in an impulse, your wave 5 should be the shortest. Okay, because the wave 1 is the longest here, the wave 3 is not allowed to be the shortest, therefore the wave 5 should be the shortest. Meaning, if the wave 3 or wave 5 here will surpass the 1-to-1 fib level, here we go, which is exactly at 0.618, as you have realized, yeah? Meaning the 1-to-1 fib level, the Fibonacci here, if the wave 5 surpasses 23,840, this wave 5 becomes longer than the wave 3. It's an invalid impulse. What does it mean? Yeah, it might turn into more bullish, okay? But we're going to take it step by step, guys. Of course, I doubt that this is going to turn more bullish. But yeah, the possibilities, nobody knows. It might turn, of course, as 1-2-1-2. If we pass the 1-to-1 fib level, meaning, okay, something big is unfolding. Wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, still continuation for higher prices, which is blue box again, taken from where? From our main wave 1, based on the wave 3, right? Wave 3 in the yellow here, as you can see. So I'm going to show you exactly how it is taken, and I'm going to remove this. Let me just arrange. Here we go. So basically this is taken, as you can see, from the wave 1 here. Well, even we can actually lower it a little bit, honestly. I prefer to keep it safe, lower it a little bit, take it exactly from the lower one, and AB, this is your wave B, so preferably to keep it like that. And based on the wave 3 exactly here, okay, you can see, of course, that this target can be there, and also, of course, the minimum target, which is 0.618. So this whole blue zone can be, of course, our finishing in two ways. If we are gonna finish a short wave 5, that is a very high precision, of course, I would call it, and you might finish exactly at the 0.618, 23K 840, let's say. Okay. But if the price moves higher, 24K, for example, and above this price, guys, definitely we're moving to the next fib levels. Okay. Next fib levels on the macro area. And that means the things are turning more bullish. 1, 2, 1, 2, wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. And it is possible, yes. Okay. It is very possible. We saw this before happening in SPX, and we saw it in Palantir, right? The same scenarios. Free Minds, nice to see you, buddy. Hello, KG, sir. You don't have to call me sir, buddy. Just KG is good. Very confusing things happening in gold. Yes, we're gonna see the gold. Okay, Shailish, AI. Thank you for responding. So this is my scenario, guys. My target for this top here is, I would say, well, again, I'm not really interested. Okay, honestly, I'm not really interested because I know, okay, you can be interested until the high, but I know that once the high can be taken here, the wave 5 can be considered finish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there is no rules to take those fib levels and this blue zone. It might simply hit exactly the fib level there and moving down. So starting from this price, guys, it is very risky. 23K 620. Where it becomes much more clearer, of course, during this move towards the upside, if we see like a very high potential of continuation, which I doubt it, guys. Already look, if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the wave 5 might finish already somewhere below. Yeah, so therefore I'm saying, okay, very low possibility, but nobody knows. Maybe it's gonna make 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. You know the things, how it start to escalate, right? When it starts with several 1, 2s. If this happened, okay, then we start to think about it. But currently, I see a small impulse. All right, that is regarding Nasdaq and targets and highest possibility here that we are looking at. Let's move for SPX. We started Nasdaq, I believe, at 14 minutes somehow. And SPX is at 21 minutes. Okay. SPX is much more clearer. Very clear impulse, guys. Very clear hit and very clear wave 4, right? We are in 1. ABC expanding flat wave 2. Wave 3. ABC expanding flat wave 4. I don't know. As per alternation, it's not nice to see it, honestly. But yeah, it can work. It can still work. It's a guideline. But yeah, I mean, double expanding flat for wave 2, wave 4, and then wave 5 toward the upside. Okay, we're still looking for the last wave 5 here. Nothing is really interesting, I would say. 1 second. Okay, even wave 3 is very short. Yeah, so even wave 3 is very short, hitting only the 1-to-1 fib level. As you can see, this is a 1-to-1 fib level for wave 3. And that means, of course, you have to be careful if the things might turn into zigzag. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. Probably. But currently, I see expanding flat. And that means on the 15-minute chart, yeah, as you can see, guys. Okay, on the 15-minute chart, it looks like one more leg. Okay, so A, B, very extended wave B, and of course 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, ending diagonal for this wave. Don't forget to take the trend line here. Consider, of course, one more leg was one shallow low there. Yeah, and we might continue for higher. I'm expecting one more high. All right, so basically everything works like water. I would say, right? And everything looks very clear. Now, it can be, of course, one more wave up. Or if it's going to continue lower, guys, if the things continue for lower here, taking invalidation, directly we shift to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But now, currently, we're still in priority, of course, for this. I'm going to put this signal there. And we'll say, well, it's not invalidation of bullish, but yeah, let's keep it as it is. Because it is at the same time invalidation of bullish as impulse, but it might turn into ending diagonal. Great. All right. Gold. Let's see the gold. The gold should be very close, right? Very close to move for higher because Nasdaq and SPX also are in the top right now and they might shift towards the downside. So we are expecting that gold is very close to the bottom. Is it? Well, yes, it should be. But today I updated also on Discord. I mentioned, okay, be careful. Something else is unfolding for the gold. I'm going to explain why. Because, of course, here you're looking at 1, 2, 3. You were looking for one more low, which I mentioned in the last video, I think, for the gold. And also I mentioned this on Discord. We were looking for one more low in this area for a wave 4 and a 5, right? But look what happened. We just took the invalidation today. And with this invalidation, does it mean that we are bearish or we are bullish and we have bottomed? Well, not exactly, no, not yet. Why? It could be, of course, a possibility, but it would be higher possibility if I see an answer here. But we didn't get any kind of impulsive answer. What does it mean? You would like to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 ways down, continuation, moving towards the upside, breaking the high, and moving for higher prices. Did this happen? Of course not. If you start to count 1, 2, 3, 4, well, 4 and a 5. 4 is longer than wave 2. Very low possibility that you are in an expanding diagonal. Expanding diagonal should be looking like this, all right? This is nothing close to it. Therefore, everything going on here is simply corrective. But, there is a but. What does it mean? It means very likely that we have a separated structures here. That very likely that this is a structure and you might expect now this is a bridge between another structure. Why? Because we are still corrective, we are invalidating, and there is nothing yet bullish. And that means if you are corrective, meaning the trend will continue towards the downside after the correction, meaning there is something else unfolding. What is this something else? Well, we already spoke about it. So we have still several scenarios, right? We have the scenario where you have a W, an X, and a potential wave Y here. Okay? This wave Y, sorry guys for the noise. This wave Y might be, of course, a regular flat, can be, of course, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ending diagonal to finish, of course, the 1-to-1 Fib level here. And currently, you might have finished a zigzag because this is not a finished impulse. And you finished a zigzag, ABC, probably. And then, of course, we're looking for wave 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So this is a possibility right now. And if you take a closer look, we broke the channel taken, of course, from the lows of this triangle. We broke it, right? Taken from this low, and we broke it impulsively, right? Then it has started to range very correctively under this trend line, meaning there is some pressure over there in this trend line. So I would say blue box hit. Now that's a good thing, but the confirmation for higher was not given yet. It can be, yes, internally W, X, and a Y, but the things is, what I don't like it when you have, I mean, it can be, but very rare, is when you have a big WXNOY, big WXNOY, it is very unlikely to have several WXNOY inside it, you know? And that is what I try to prevent. Now, it's not a rule, by the way. It can be still be, but yeah, it is very likely that it can be. Unless we have to count again right now with this invalidation what this is going to end. I'm gonna try it right now to dive. I didn't do this exercise honestly after invalidation because of course the count here changes right now. I'm gonna see it. What if we have impulse A, B, and a C? After having also A, B, C, what if you have another A, B, C here and you're looking for a big zigzag A, B, C? Yeah, so we're gonna see this. Let me dive a little bit in the micro, guys, to see right now. So as you can see, yeah, I mean, we were looking for a wave 5 to be finished there, right? One more low, and this did not happen, right? Because if we dive deeper in the 15-minute chart, you see 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 3. What is your wave 4? Wave 4 range so far, and it took, of course, the zone 1. So how the count will be right now? Is it, for example, wave 5 finished already? Yeah, that is annoying, you know, because you see, here is a clear impulse finished. Wave 3 is not the shortest. This is definitely an impulse. Extended wave 5, meaning you finished as ABC there. And when you finish in ABC there, then as Rod said, it's internally it is WXNOY, and this is of course, yeah. Once you get invalidation with wave, yes, directly, because this turns into a finished structure in 3 waves, and not 5 waves. So definitely you have to directly go to complexity here and in WXNOY. KG, I was saying very last small move. It's a WXY. You said couldn't find a structure. And no, it's not that I couldn't find a structure like how it can be, buddy. Yeah, I know what you mean, but the structure is already there for the next scenario. It's already there for the next scenario as WXNY. But before moving, I just try to brainstorm, of course, before moving and make it so simple for us. Like, I mean, yeah, okay, that's it, directly to this one. We have to investigate what's going on, you know. So just walk with me, buddy. But of course, I'm thank you for your help, buddy. But yeah, of course, I know that this is kind of a complex structure, or we have to simply consider as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Potentially, the wave 5 can be, of course, structurally, like, let's say on the 5-minute, maybe can be finished a wave 5 independent. So can be also a possibility, but of course, I don't see it, honestly, even here. So let's say you have here wave 1, ABC, wave 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yeah, it's still the same problem. So yeah, I don't see, guys, a finished structure here. Therefore, what I think, of course, is that lower prices are still open, okay? Are still open. We didn't get confirmation. And that's why always I tell you wave E is very tricky in case, of course, if you are in this triangle, it might break it, okay? And it might play that, of course, there is something yet still to unfold. And it might, of course, move very high. But honestly, it doesn't work like this. I mean, normally after wave E, you see a V shape directly, okay? Therefore, yeah, this is, now the wave E is start to get, of course, a very low possibility. Okay. My highest possibility right now, of course, is, of course, creating a structure as a bridge here. Let's say, okay, we have no other option rather than consider this WX and a Y. 3 waves, wave A, wave B, and you might get a wave C toward the downside. This is the highest possibility right now, guys. So you think we will get a shallow B wave again? Yes, I mean shallow. Yeah. I think it will not break the trend. I think it's gonna move with this trend as much as possible, as you can see. Yeah, it's struggling with this trend. It might break it maybe, but yeah, you already got the answer. Even if you break it, you're corrective. This is not impulsive. And yep, so a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, but why? I mean, a very rare, even very rare case to get a wave E and start to unfold something diagonal. Very, very rare. After a huge triangle, directly impulse V shape. This is a very low possibility to get like a doubt in the market after a big correction. Okay, unless the correction is not finished, and that means WX and Y is the highest possibility. And we have to be careful. It might be, of course, a very, very long time, yeah, because the W, normally, if you have this as a W, you want almost to match, okay, if not in size, at least in time. Okay, so yeah, we might get a little bit time here. Like A, B, and a C maybe expanding flat and then moving wave C down. Very possible, guys. Okay, the other possibility, I mean, why we should take this whole as a X, man? I already have the X there. Okay, but it is also a possibility. But the highest possibility is a W, X, and a Y. Yeah, but also if you are three ways down, three ways up, again, big WX and a Y inside a bigger WX and a Y. This is exactly my problem. Okay, so if we are going to finish here as a three waves, that is a big WX and Y in a bigger WX and a Y, which reduce the possibilities, guys. If it was WX and a Y inside a minor structure, okay, definitely it's fine, like this one. But now having WX and a Y again in a big WX and a Y, no, I'm not convinced, honestly, guys. I'm not convinced. Therefore, I prefer to shift directly to the ABC here. In this case, I prefer to shift to the A B and a C, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And you're looking at zigzags, yes? Meaning zigzag, zigzag, and then correction, and the final zigzag, of course, to hit somewhere in the low. Yeah, that is the highest now, honestly, guys. We're talking possibilities, guys. Yeah, so what I'm saying, you cannot have three waves, three waves, three waves, and then consider this is three waves down again, three waves up, and then three waves down. It's too much complex, and okay, it's not a rule, but very, very low possibility. You should end up with an impulse. You should end up with an impulse even for the WX and a Y. The wave Y has to finish impulsively. A, B, and a C. The wave C has to be an impulse, not a zigzag. If it is a zigzag, you have to continue as zigzag here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Ending diagonal for big A, B, and a C. That's it. I'm gonna walk with this scenario, which is the highest possibility, guys. A, B, and C. It is already there. We already thought about it. And it might be, of course, the next target. Let's see the confluence for a wave 3 in diagonal. Wave 3 diagonal. Yeah, exactly. All right. It's gonna be a diagonal, even not an aggressive one, guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, somehow like this. Hitting almost the same target, even for a WX and a Y. But here, the thing that I'm explaining is Elliott wave, guys. The target is there, okay? In any case scenario, in all scenarios, the target is in this area. But I'm explaining just Elliott wave, of course. So what is the scenario? That it might be unfolding, which is ending diagonal, which it's gonna look like of course, like a zigzag for you as well. Yeah. So, but I believe this is gonna end up like this somehow. So, guys, that is more time for the gold. Interesting. It looks like the gold needs more time. And this is what I was saying today. Be careful because we got a signal. Something is changing. Here we go. Today I mentioned gold quick update. Invalidation of wave 5. Was just thinking something else rather than a big triangle might be unfolding trade safe. Yeah, so something else rather than a big triangle, as I mentioned. Yep. And this is what I mean with it. Lizini, so you think you will get a shallow B wave? Um, I'm not interested, honestly, if it is shallow or not, because B wave is the most tricky one. I never traded, and even a big correction, I never traded. But I know that the price has to move to this area, and we move for higher. Honestly, I'm interested only in buying. I'm not interested in selling. Because the trend is still toward the upside, and obviously we are corrective. So because it is a complex correction, the correction might finish at any time and anywhere in this area. Therefore, you don't want to be against the trend. Okay, trade safe. The anon. Yeah, I know, guys. If you scalp this, also okay, you can sell. I know financial advice, yeah, but I'm just saying that for me, I just want peace of mind. When it is ready, I just buy. Anon, I think gold will go down further. Yes, retail sentiment is too high, 70% buy and 30% sell. Market always goes against retailers. Okay, I cannot take it like that. But you can if you fundamentally think okay. I don't know, but why you mean retailers are dumb? Maybe this is what you mean, but I mean I never look at those. Okay, I just read the price exactly and what the price says. Can we go? And it says down. Yes, so you are right. It is going down. James, can we go back to Nasdaq to see what happens if it breaks the current low? Looking close. Very fast. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's your wave too. It's very normal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's very normal. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 finished. A, B, and a C. It's very normal. It's still wave 2, buddy. Yes, so guys, that was regarding the gold. I'm still looking actually for lower. Nvidia, but I was looking for one more low. Now I'm looking for something very low. Yeah, so more than expected. Nvidia. All right, so Nvidia. On the 2 hours, we are of course looking for this target after hit. We're still looking for the wave 5. Is this wave 5 finished? Well, very likely, guys. Very likely that this wave 5 can be finished before its time, but it can be also 1, 2. So you finish 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Finished. And currently, you seek after a correction at least ABC. If this is going to stay as a correction, it's going to be 1, 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. Let's test it, guys. So the test for this wave 2 is going to be around this area. Wave 2 as an impulse. Sorry. Minimum target 0.38. Okay, so we start to test from this area, meaning you're still looking for lower, but we start to test from this area for higher. Okay, if it can of course move down like impulsively, but once I see this, even if we are still in this area, okay, I'm out, because definitely at least ABC, which you have already invalidated, or of course which is higher potential, of course a big impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, B and a C, right? ABC for a deeper wave 4. Don't forget, this is a major wave 4 and this is a big one. Yeah, it's based on the start of this impulse. Yeah, so we might have started. Okay, And in this case, let's put this as a target, guys. So be careful. It might be, of course, already heading to this area. 140, $154. Okay. But, you know, now we're looking for low in any case scenario. This looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, meaning A, B, C. If fails, if this transforms to wave 3, okay, I'm done. 4 and a 5, A, B, and a C, wave 4. Okay. All right, that is regarding Nvidia. Let's see Palantir at 44. And okay, let's see Palantir if it. Oh, okay, finally. I was looking for this number if it's gonna be taken or not, but it didn't. Okay, so and we see 1, 2, 3, wave 4 sideways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it is a finished structure here, guys. Okay, it didn't took this high. So I was looking like, okay, that is the last chance for Palantir to decide to do something here. So it has finished, of course, in an ending diagonal, probably, right? Ending diagonal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The wave 5 is not longer than wave 3, guys. I know that you see, but what he's talking about, it's already by vision, by looking at it, is already longer. Here we go. This is the fib level taken from the wave 3 based on the wave 4, okay? It is longer in length, of course, in time, but not in price. Vertically, this wave is still, of course, longer. As you can see, until the 1-to-1 fib level is taken, all right? And this did not happen, okay? If this still gonna happen, that is different thing, but a little bit I doubt it here. Let me check 15-minute chart. Yeah, this is impulsive. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have double 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5. Yes, impulsive. And then followed by correction, WX and a Y. Okay, so this is potentially whether a wave 2 here unfolding or a bigger wave 2. Yeah. Now this is a 3 waves, which is very corrective. WX and a Y potentially. Yeah. Very interesting. But okay, I believe that Palantir is in the top, guys. It should be in the top. Otherwise, of course, if the things moves up again, be careful, guys. Okay, so if this is gonna take the 1-to-1 fib level again, directly we're shifting very bullish in 1, 2, 1, 2 again 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. It never ends. Okay, and we know that the stocks moves like this normally. And you have realized, of course, from the past analysis every time we see several 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then boom, explosion, right? So this might be the thing. Signal for this is very close. It's not so far. 163. If taken, okay, we got the signal. There is no other scenario or reading for the price rather than just moving toward the upside. Let me check WX and Y in case this happens. Do we get double zigzag? Oh, now this is already a zigzag. Okay, understood. Yeah, even this is not possible. If it is possible, okay, then you're looking for a big zigzag then, okay, which is also not matching, right? Not matching the W. So yeah, the possibility is very high for bullish in case you take the 163. Still there. Interesting for Palantir. I'm very excited to see if this is going to happen, honestly. So Tesla. Okay, after the triangle for Tesla, finally, we see an impulse. We see a signal, impulsive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Currently, we're working on the wave 2, so I should have. Okay, I didn't put these. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Sorry, guys, we didn't update this as labels and targets, but here we go. You're still looking for a wave C in a wave 2 inside this blue box. Okay. Yep. So 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, which is very close. We are on the 4-hour chart. Tomorrow should start to unfold, probably. Tomorrow, after tomorrow, Tesla should unfold toward the upside for higher prices. Targets cannot be yet given, but I can give it if you want. Just visually, let's say we hit the 0.5 and wave 3 targets. Here we go. Yeah. And this is exactly what you want to see. Why? Because you want to see confirmation for higher. Okay. You want to see this confirmation breaking the triangle top, right? Moving 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. But here, okay, it's a finished triangle. We cannot wait until we break it. But this tells you, okay, yeah, it is confirmed. This is your wave 3 unfolding 4 and a 5. And still looking for higher, so 4 and a 5. Okay. Yep, that is for Tesla. Apple, 49. Let's see Apple if it is going straight again. Ooh, even nothing. Okay. So Apple still, of course, struggling. It looks like can be, of course, a triangle here, or it can be simply an ABC. First priority comes for the triangle, of course, as A, B, C, D, and E, and moving for higher in a wave 4. This wave 5 is not finished yet. Wave 1 not finished yet. Wave 2 even not. 3, 4, and a 5, in case you're looking for higher. What I know here is that you are corrective still. Okay, you're still corrective. You're still seeking after a wave 4. Can be an ABC. Well, yes, very likely. The next scenario, which it can be, of course, is this one: A, B, and a C, regular flat. Here we go. Above the invalidation of the bullish, which is good. So if the price, which I think it's gonna move there, here we go, 205. The target might be 207. Okay, so A, B, and a C without touching the 205 and continue for wave 4. For a wave 5, sorry. Wave 1, 2, and then continuation. All right, targets, and watch the triangle. Be careful. In both case scenario, you're moving for higher later on. Okay, so one more high. Okay, RGTI, 51 minute. Okay. All right, RGTI, REQUESTST. Okay, so we did this before, all right? So we are on 1, 2, or AB, right? AB, we're looking for a wave C or a wave 3, which it should be an impulse. Both case scenarios should be an impulse. Wave 1, 2, and then 3, we're looking for a wave 4. Potentially finished A, B, C, D, and a E, and we were estimating if this is the case, which it is actually. Which it is, and you still need even higher confirmation here, but yeah, it might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 after the wave. Sorry, A, B, C, D, and a E. Yes, wave E, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Wave 1, wave 2, 3, 4, 5. So very likely you have started to unfold exactly this scenario. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's put this in white. Okay, for a wave 5. Targets already given. They are still the same because they are based on the wave 1 and on the wave 3. So you're still looking for this. This is your 1, 2. So yes, you are expecting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was this scale. $50 very likely. To finish a wave 3, yes, or a wave C. Okay. If you are bullish, you're gonna have 4 and a 5 for higher. If you are bearish, you move down. Great. Everything is fine. AMD 53. AMD. Okay. Yes. So for AMD today, I updated also on Discord. So I still remember everything. Okay, so we have definitely wave A or wave 1 currently, because it is an impulse, A or wave 1, A, B, C, very clear, to finish wave B or wave 2. And followed by something impulsive, which it might be your wave C or your wave 3. You're still under the 1-to-1 fib level, so you cannot really say you are in wave 3. Higher potential here, and after this triangle wave 4, that you might unfold wave 5, which it might ends up exactly in this blue box as a wave C, because it's gonna hit the 1-to-1 fib level, taken from the A to the B to the C, getting exactly inside this blue box as a more accuracy here for the target. Your impulse as a 1, 2, 3, wave 4 has started as A, B, C, D, and an E running triangle, and you're looking for higher. Currently, on the lower time frame, you are looking at a potential impulse toward the upside, which it might be a 1, 2, wave 3. Well, even I believe that this is your wave 3, wave 4. It's the same ending at the end, same target. But yeah, even I believe that it should be a little bit higher here. Like this wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. But let me check the fibs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my God. Okay, so internally, I didn't look at this, guys. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yes, so wave 3 here, wave 4, and wave 5. Exactly. Okay, so yeah, wave 3 finished at 1.27. You got your wave 4. Understandable based on the wave 2 alternation, very sharp, very shallow, and you move toward the upside. But be careful. Don't forget that in this case scenario, if this happened, that we are moving impulsively here, this might be, of course, WXNY. Here we go, the blue one. Okay, let me go back daily, the blue one. Because you have two scenarios, W, X, and Y, you move impulsively. Or A, B, C, D, and E. I doubt that this is a wave D because based on the impulse is very, very straight, very, very fast and very sharp. Therefore, I think this is simply an impulse wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 continuation for higher. Therefore, you are very close to finish a wave 5. Be careful because once you finish this structure, which is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5. Yeah, kind of like short wave 3, wave 4, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, wave 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5 for a wave 5, very extended. So one more high, something like this, guys. Okay, it's very close to finish this structure, I would say. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Your wave 3 is already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So very clear. Okay, and this is a wave 5, might be finished sooner or later. All right, that is for AMD. I believe that after this, you are looking for a wave 2 here. Okay, whether higher a little bit or not, but it can be a wave 2. Okay, this target. All right, that's it for AMD. 133 later on, and then moving continuously toward the upside. All right, great. ANET or ANET 5700. ANET. Okay, Arista Networks. Okay, we did this before. Nice. Let's go for days. Yeah. Okay. Okay, it's a young chart, I would say. A, B, and a C, right? We see a finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. We were looking for this blue scenario. Obviously, this is very old analysis. Obviously, that it has unfolded perfectly. But based on the time taken from this wave 2 here, if you are in a wave 3 because you reached the 1.27, confirming wave 3 potentially here, you might be looking at a triangle. Because the time taken from the wave 2 as ABC here expanding flat after having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1, AB and a C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yes, this is exactly expanding flat wave 2. you're looking for alternation. Therefore, you seek for a triangle or a zigzag, very sharp zigzag, because this is a flat, okay? Zigzag might hit the 0.38 with the perfect flip time and moving towards the upside, or simply triangle. Let's put the triangle signal. Okay, you're still corrective, you're still looking for this blue box. Not ready to move for higher, I believe so. Okay, even if internally it looks like an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, let's go a little bit bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's okay, yeah, don't forget this is also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave A, wave B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave C. Okay, meaning big A, B, and a C. All right, guys, that's it for ANET. Tony, nice to see you, buddy. But I'm very sorry we have to go. We have already passed the 1 hour. Normally, I do just 1 hour per day because every day we do analysis live. But today I'm gonna do longer. And of course, with the longer, we still have a lot to do. I'm sorry, very sorry, buddy. Tomorrow, QBT, yeah, so we can do this. APLD, all right, or Novob, sorry. We just did it. Novob. Here we go. Is it right? Who asked for Novob? I'm just looking at it. Yeah, you wrote exactly Novob. What is that? I don't see any. Novob, maybe is this one? Euronext. Okay, I'm gonna pass this one until you reply to me. What is Novob? Of course, exactly. Maybe you wrote it wrong. APLD at 1 hour. Okay, and we're gonna remove Novob for now. APLD. Applied Digital Corporation. Okay, let's see all-time history. 9. It's not so good. That was my German 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. KG, it must be NVO, not Novob. Okay, yes, because they wrote Novob. Okay, I'm gonna check after. So you have an impulse towards the downside here. It's not a good one at all. Direction of the market is downward, and you are corrective. You are very corrective. I believe this is something correction here unfolding. Okay, and you didn't took the high yet. In case you are an impulse 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Well, you're still in ABC. Okay, so you might move down. You're still under the high. Not really good one, my buddy. Here also you have 3 waves, meaning you're ending the things. Okay, ending diagonal. It's gonna be, this is weakness. Okay, this is weakness, and that means of course 1, 2. I will leave A, B, and a C here. Not reaching the high, meaning regular flat. Okay, dropping down, wave C, simply taking the low again. So be careful with this one. Not secure. It might be something else, of course, guys. It can the market change psychology, but now this is the clearest psychology that we see. Shailesh, is it you that you wrote about Novo before? No, it was Paul. Paul, I think if Paul is not here, we're gonna skip it until he confirm what it is and which one it is. So 03 AI. Here we go. If this is the one, very young, very fresh and new chart, which is very risky, and yeah, not nice to see an impulse toward the downside. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 extended. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can be, of course, considered ABC zigzag, but unfortunately you didn't get an answer after that. Okay, market has changed psychology and you're moving for higher impulsively 1 2 3 4 5. This is missing. You are still looking at a correction, and that means you continue towards the downside, whether you are in ABC zigzag or in a big wave 1 2 3 4 5 impulsively. Very risky. Nope. DAX, of course, our German index. Let's see what's going on, by the way, regarding the trade yesterday between US and the EU. So possibly the DAX has shifted very significantly yesterday. Let me check. Let's go to hours. And just sleeping. Interesting. I thought that I'm gonna see some spikes there. Shailesh, yes. Shadi, Muradi, hi KG. Can I ask for a stock? If yes, could you please analyze CDNS? Shadi, you are in our Discord, right? I think so. You are a member, yes. So, yes, we're gonna do this on Discord, buddy. All right. We're gonna do this on Discord because yes, it's already past the time. I should keep an eye also on some trades. So what we are into it here in DAX, DAX, we have, of course, in the all-time history here, we are looking at a 1-2, wave 3, 4, 5 toward the upside potentially after finish, of course, a very huge impulse. Currently, you are unfolding a wave 3 or a wave C towards higher prices. In case you are on wave C or a wave 3, you need an impulse which is 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Currently, you are in the wave 3 of this impulse, and inside this wave 3, you are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Meaning you are in the final wave 5 of a wave F3 here. If we move inside it on the daily here for this wave 5 of a wave 3, we can see that, okay, this is unfolding as 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, again, another 1, 2, and then we're looking for a wave 3 should unfold very massively toward the upside, unless this, of course, is going to transform to something very corrective, and it's not really nice to see, of course, yeah. And that means, of course, it might turn into A, B, and a C, bigger expanding flat without invalidation, of course, and you might move towards the upside again. So, yeah, it is in a I would say it is in a crossroad. I would say it is in a crossroad for the German index here. However, if you take a look here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is still ending as a diagonal, yes. So we have already wave 1, we have wave 2, we're looking for 3, 4, and a 5. If this is going to continue, then okay, this is your wave 1, you're still looking for wave 2 later on, okay? So the things are not bearish, and by the way, as I mentioned, I expected to see something very spiky due to the EU agreement with the US trade, but nothing. And that is a good signal, honestly, for the EU. I thought it's going to be very bad for the EU because actually I don't find also the trade deal is for good for the European Union, of course. So WTI, all right, WTI, which one we gonna take? I think we did this. I have to mark. Yes, this one. Let me mark it as red. Here we go. So each time we find it easily. All right, so WTI, what we are looking at here is, well, yeah, the crude oil is here in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave A, wave B. You might seek, of course, for a wave C towards the upside. All around the 126 can be dollar for 1 barrel. That's interesting. And of course, you might reach even the 1-to-1 fib level, which is the most common, 171. And that is crazy if that happened. I mean, of course, the price was above 126, but never 171, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my God, no invalidation. Look how it has range above the invalidation. Very interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're looking still for a wave 5. It has started to unfold. We're still there. RS, hello. Why is there such a big difference between gold futures and a gold spot? I know you already had gold a little late. I have no idea, buddy. Honestly, I'm not so much into this, but I just trade gold as gold on MT5, right? Just MetaTrader. But what I understood from you is something the same like a crypto, yeah, that is spot and futures. And what I know in spots and future in crypto, which I'm very, of course, much more experienced in it, in those things. I know that futures, of course, you have the perpetual, which is, of course, based on leverage. And when you have a lot of leverages, that means a lot of flood of money, of inflow inside the future parts. And that, of course, create a difference between the spot and the futures. And by the way, the futures chart try always to follow the spot price. So the spot normally is the most stable price, and the futures is try always to make balance between the spot or to follow the spot price. Okay, and this, of course, in crypto has a very complicated system where there is the maker and taker system and so on, and you get paid more or less based, of course, on the price, how much close or far it is from the spot price when you are in future trade. Very complicated, but yeah, something like that. Okay, it's based on leverage, because of the leverage. That's why this is the answer. Okay, so WTI is unfolding wave 5, $85 next target. If this ends up as a big wave 1, 2, and we continue towards the upside, as we see on the daily in a bigger time frame, we're heading toward the upside 171. The highest price for the WTI, which is the crude oil, was exactly at 0.618, which is $127. Okay. Yeah, if the common target will be taken, that is huge for the crude oil. SOFI, or I don't know, SOFI or SOFI. Here we go. All right. SOFI technology. Okay. In English it is SOFI. In German it's SOFI. So we don't know which language we have to read it, but I think it is American, so SOFI. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and then ABC, A, B, and a C toward the upside. Okay. Because you have here 3 waves, guys, and you know A, B, and a C, your wave C is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You cannot count here something impulsive. I see this as a simple wave A. You're looking for the wave B. You're looking at a regular flat 1-to-1 fib level, by the way, has been hit perfectly, and we finished, I think, over there. If we dive a little bit deeper inside it, oh, very ugly. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. What I'm saying very ugly is this. Yeah. What is that? Why it didn't finish nicely? And that means, is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yes, this can be a top. A, B, and a C. Okay. A, B, and a C, meaning you're still corrective, you're still looking for higher. That was, okay, it took the high, but it looks like shifting for the higher fib level still, after a correction, of course. The correction that you are looking for here might hit the following target, wave C, expanding flat, 1.618, $20, which is very close to it. Oh my god. Okay, so it might range up again. Okay, yeah, very likely it can be, guys. And I believe, as counting, if you want to count this wave 5, which is not finished, I consider it, I will consider this as a 1-2 here, wave 3. Wave 4 is ranging. I know that wave 4 is interfering here, but I believe somehow 1 hour. Yeah, it's not looking nice also. I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, this is the best way. So I believe this is a diagonal, guys. Okay, so this is a leading diagonal, kind of like this. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave 3 is longer than wave 1, I know, but based on the rules, still contracting. And 1, 2, wave 3, wave 4 right now, unfolding wave 5, okay? Meaning 1, 2, 3, wave 4, wave 5. This is your gray scenario. Here we go. And yeah, the targets based on the wave 3 for a wave 4 in an impulse. Here we go. Look at the confluence. 0.23, the most common for a wave 4 was 1.618, meaning one more low and then you jump high again. Okay, guys, that was it for today for the stocks. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your likes and comments, guys, and your nice words. And I wish you a good luck in this beautiful trading day.